Heuristics are simple thinking strategies that allow us to make judgments and solve problems efficiently, but sometimes at a cost to accuracy. For many of the decisions we make, we cannot and do not invest much effort. Remember that people have limited time and limited cognitive resources.
There are four types of influential heuristics: recognition, representativeness, availability, anchoring and adjustment, and many more. The first, recognition heuristic. If one of two objects is recognized and the other is not, then infer that the recognized object has the higher value with respect to the criterion. The one that's familiar is assumed to be bigger, more popular, and better. Representativeness heuristic. Making a judgment by simply comparing a stimulus with the category, prototype, or exemplar. The degree to which it is representative influences judgment. Availability heuristic is information that is more available, comes to mind more easily, and has a stronger influence on judgment. It's normally more recent, more accessible, and more vivid. The last influential heuristic is anchoring and adjustment, and that is the tendency for an initial piece of information to influence subsequent judgments. This is experiments on willingness to pay and experts in their actual work.
An example of a recognition heuristic can be visualized by a consumer's behavior in terms of selection of cell phones. Imagine that a consumer is faced with two phones, the iPhone and a new prototype made by a company that has reported a capability that is equivalent to the iPhone's ability to make calls, send texts, and have a very strong data plan. It will be recognized by the consumer that the iPhone, which has a higher value with respect to the criterion based on a more popular and better, more established brand, that more consumers will choose the iPhone over the new Japanese cell phone.
If you want to estimate the likelihood that a new laundry detergent is of high quality, you might compare it with your prototype for detergents, such as Tide. If you see that the new brand is similar to the prototype, you will assume that it is also of high quality. This is the reasoning behind packaging many store brands so that they look similar to the leading brands in product categories.
The availability heuristic or availability bias is a common problem in the context of sweepstakes and lotteries. The likelihood of their winning is exceedingly small, but consumers often overestimate the odds because they are exposed to highly vivid and available images of winners in the media. Vivid advertisements are easily retrieved from memory, and therefore, when money signs show up, consumers are more likely to buy more lottery tickets.
Real estate agents, for example, should be able to resist the anchoring effects of a property's list price because of their presumed skill at estimating property values. Testing this theory, researchers Greg Northcraft and Margaret Neal had real estate agents inspect a house and estimate its appraisal value and its purchase price. Northcraft and Neal manipulated the house's list price, providing high and low anchors. All of the agents' estimates were influenced by the list price, yet they denied factoring the list price into their decisions, instead citing features of the property that would justify their estimates.